Hello and welcome to the channel. On today's adventure, we're going to be up at the property working on cleaning up some winter damage and just giving the property a once over, make sure everything is fine, and getting ready to build the house hopefully later this year. With the prices the way they are, it's kind of insane, but we will see what happens. Okay, first thing we're going to do is gas up the saw. I used to do tree work, so I was a climber. So I have a climbing saw, which is a top-handled saw that can be utilized one-handed while you're up in the tree and you have awkward angles. It makes life easier, although the proper way to handle the saw is with two hands, but life facilitates not always doing that. If you're new to using a chainsaw, by all means use two hands, because kickback is real and extremely dangerous. You can cut yourself badly to the point of ending your life. It's that dangerous. So if you don't know what you're doing, then treat it as such and follow all safety guidelines. Okay, so here we have a tree that snapped during the winter. It is on a Class 6 road, which means that it is basically an abandoned road from the town. So it is a snowmobile trail. That's the only motorized type vehicle that's supposed to be going down the road. Other than that, it is for foot traffic and horses, bicycles, but no dirt bikes, four-wheelers, nothing like that. Occasionally hunters will drive down it to go hunting in the properties behind, but that's about it. So let's get this tree cleaned up. Someone had already started it and just got it out of the way for the snowmobiles for the winter, and we will continue the cleanup and just get it situated. Alright, that's good enough for the moment. Let's clean up this stuff. Throw the brush off to the side, and at some point I'll bring my chipper up and we'll get this stuff cleaned up. What I'll do is I'll stack this wood up next to the road. If somebody wants it, they're more than welcome to it. Otherwise, I'll come up with my splitter and split it up and give it to somebody who needs it. So, whew. Ouch. Oh, okay. Oh. So for those that don't know, I've worn many, many hats in my life. I am a certified arborist. I went to college and have a degree in forestry. I went to school and majored in carpentry. I've done remodeling, house building from the foundation up. I am a certified locksmith. I've worn many, many hats. I had my own locksmith business at one point that it was paying for itself, but not for the house bills. So I took a third shift job to cover the house bills. And one night unloading a truck, had a case of cat litter slip in my hands, and rather than letting it hit the floor of the truck and damage product, I tried to catch it and control it, and in doing so I tore 3 discs in my lower back. So I have herniated discs in the disc between lumbar 5, so L5, and the sacroiliac joint, which is your tailbone. So the disc between L5 and S1, the disc between L4 and L5, and the disc between L3 and L4. I go in every 6 months or so and I get cortisone injections into my sacroiliac joint, so the SI joint. And then every 8 months to a year, I go in and I get an RFL, which is radio frequency lesioning, which is where they go in with a needle down to your nerves in your back, or I suppose wherever they do it. I only know about it being done in the back because that's what's done for me. And what they do is they go in with the needle down to where they just touch the nerve. You're kind of in a twilight anesthesia for that, because you need to let them know when they've actually gotten to the nerve. So they go in to the nerve, then they back the needle up, and they heat the tip of the needle up so that it melts the outside of the nerve off. Now, the way it's been described to me, and some of you may know better than I, is that it's basically like an electrical wire. So you have your wire running down that carries the electricity, and then on an electrical wire you have the plastic sheath that goes around, which is the insulation. So in an electrical wire, that plastic prevents the electricity from transferring out of the wire and causing short circuits and such. With the nerves, however, the way it was explained to me is your function. So being able to move your legs and feet and all that stuff, that runs out on the center part of the nerve. And the pain signal comes back on the outside, on the, using the electrical example, it would be the plastic part. So the pain signal travels back to your brain on that. So what they do is they go and break that connection. So it helps block the pain signal coming from wherever. And helps block that pain signal to help lessen the pain. Whew. Oh. And so without the pain signal being as strong, because it still will bridge the gap, you're able to carry on with life a little easier. And because the nerve itself isn't cut completely, they don't sever your nerves, they just melt that sheath off. The sheath grows back along the nerve and heals itself. Your body is always trying to heal itself. So every 8 months to a year, I have to go in, and they remelt that. Now, with that said, that takes care of the pain coming from my spine going down my legs. But I still have pain from where those procedures are done to my spine. And so I have a internal TENS unit, which, for those who don't know what that is, a TENS unit is where they would put sticky pads, which are electrodes on your skin, and then they connect an electrical current going from pad to pad, and that's used to block pain, that's used to relax muscles, probably other things, I'm not 100% certain, but so that's used for temporary relief of pain or muscle spasms or, you know, whatever it's used for. So I have a probe in the middle of my back that was surgically implanted on my spine to help block that pain. And at the time of this recording, the battery has died and I'm waiting for it to get replaced. So anyway, the Lord still lets me move. I'm not paralyzed, so I do, and I do what I can for as long as I can, and then I rest and I'm done for the day until, you know, depending on what I've done and what my body's telling me, it may be the next day that I can do stuff, or it may be a week later. But like I said, the Lord still lets me move, so I do. All right, back to getting this off the road. Oh. Looks like there's some real nice spalting in some of this wood. If no one grabs it, perhaps I'll use some of it in my wood turning. Whew. All right, that is the road clear. Like I said, it's it's a class 6 road, so there shouldn't be any vehicle traffic going down. We may still get some snowstorms. It is the beginning of March 2022, so this should help the snowmobilers. And then there are vehicles that pull off the main road and they park in this area here when they go hiking. So you go down there and you will hit the backside of a state park. That's another reason why it's a closed road. It used to go from this road to another paved road, but it has been closed. And then at the state park there are actual gates that go across, and they're only opened up in the winter for snowmobiles to travel on. So yeah, like I said, that's another reason why vehicles don't go down. All right, so that's that project done. Thanks for watching.